you. Oh, wow, I'm so excited now. Good morning, guys. Thank you for showing up after partying all night. Well, I don't know if you came straight from partying. But anyway, this is the point of balance. This is what I'm going to be talking about. I'm not saying don't party, just find the balance. Yeah. So I'm going to share with you some tips about how to maintain a healthy lifestyle while traveling, while nomading. I know it's a struggle for some of us. Don't worry. If you do the basic stuff that I'll tell you, I promise you, you will feel much better. You'll have better results in life, and you will see a positive change in your life. So, like she said, this just brief story about who am I. I'm a fitness trainer. I used to be a lawyer. I'm still a lawyer, but at some point in life, I made some changes, and I became more into the fitness sector. And also, when COVID started, I kind of shift everything to online. So I became more of a wellness coach online to coach people and help them wherever they are. Also, I'm a soccer referee. I like to keep myself busy. So I like to find ways how to maintain fitness everywhere I go. And this is one of the ways. Another guy told me he came here and he found soccer teams. So that's really cool. And used to be a flight attendant. So obviously I love to travel, as we all do. And then at some point I kind of start playing around with blogging and traveling. So I became like a Instagram travel and fitness blogger on my Instagram. You're welcome to follow later on. This is just basic. Some of you remember me from last year, maybe. I was giving the yoga and the Pilates classes in the park. This year I'm in a different mode, but this is another way that you can find how to do fitness. So, like I said, basically, it's very simple to stay healthy and fit while traveling, even though it might seem like a struggle. Okay, so I'm going to share with you some of those today, and if you do that, I promise, like I said, you will see the change in your life. But first, let me ask you a quick question. So, we are digital nomads. What do we really want? Like, share some thoughts with me or scream your thought. Why did you become a digital nomad? What do you want? Freedom. Number one word, yes. Other thoughts? Adventure, right? We want to explore. We want to see the world. We want no limits, right? We don't want to do whatever people tell us to do. We want to do what we want to do, whatever we want to do, whenever we want to do. We want to be free. But the freedom also comes with some limitation. We also want fulfillment, right? We want to fulfill ourselves. We don't want to be working for somebody else. We want to be working for ourselves, live our mission, our ikigai, right? We want to influence and impact other people. Basically, we also want to motivate and inspire other people to be like us. So we have to be in a mindset of freedom. And obviously we want money. We're not here just for fun. So we need to keep traveling. We want money to be able to keep traveling. So we also want people to buy our digital courses. If we are not in that mindset and the energy, we're not able to show that and to pursue other people to buy our courses. And basically, what we really, really need is to be able to travel physically. Okay, we need to move around. We need to carry our luggage. We don't want to like go in reaching out for our luggage and then having a backache. We want to have the energy to move around. If we move around a lot, then we need also to have the mental drive to arrive to a new place and adjust to it really quickly. If we're too tired, then we're not going to be able to enjoy anything or travel. So basically, we want to be stronger physically, we want to be happier, and we also want to be able to prevent illnesses. If we're alone in the world somewhere and nobody to take care of us and we're ill, that's the worst thing that can happen while we're traveling, right? We're not in our home base, we don't have our mom to take care of us, we don't have our doctor maybe, so we need to be able to take care of ourselves. You know how, for example, you go on a plane and the stewardess says, first put the mask on yourself, then put it on everybody else, right? Because if you're not able to breathe, if you're not able to take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else around you. So especially if you're traveling with other people, you want to also be able to take care of them. So that's the number one thing, the body that we live in, this is our vehicle that takes us anywhere. And if we don't maintain it, if we don't keep it stronger, if we don't keep our mind strong, we'll not be able to do anything or enjoy it. So like I said, let me ask you another question. So how often do you work out? Raise your hand if you work out every single day. Yes. Okay, great. 5 times a week? That's good. I like it. At least 2 or 3 times? That's a good average. And what about nothing? Don't work out at all. I was afraid nobody would, be brave enough to raise his hand, so thank you. Okay. Yeah, so basically, it's hard to keep it. We all know it. It's hard to keep daily routine while we're traveling. There's so many struggles there that is like, well, we are too tired, or we have no energy, or it's too cold, or it's too hot, or there's no gym, there's no facilities that we can find, or we're too busy working as well, right? So kind of missing the point of missing. If we're at home and we have our daily routine, it's so easy to maintain it. But while traveling, so many challenges, so many struggles that we can meet. Like I said, total freedom is also a challenge. Like when you have no framework, then you kind of get lost. And we already have to take care of so many things that this is the number one thing that we usually forget about. We have no certainty because sometimes we don't even know where we're going tomorrow. Like I ask people, where are you going next month? Like, I don't know, I'll decide. So this uncertainty also creates instability. When we have instability in our life and in our mind, it's also easy to forget ourselves, our bodies and our minds. Another problem is that the mind is not really sure. Are we on a work mode or a vacation mode? So it's so easy to get sucked into partying and going to the beach in the middle of the day. This is a good adventure that we have, a good benefit as digital nomads. We can just take a break in the middle of the day, go have a tequila on the beach, and then eat out every day, right? But the problem is that we forget that it's not all or nothing. Okay, so we have to kind of balance it. Like I said, everything is about the balance. Yeah, so the secret to stay healthy and fit is to create our own stability, our own home base within ourselves. And how are we going to do that? We're going to have to keep the basics. And trust me, if you do that, it's like do you remember that guy that said, every day you wake up and you make your bed, right? Start with that. All the successful people make their bed. So I say every day you wake up, you do your daily fitness routine, you do some other little things about nutrition. This is your stability that you create and you take it around with you, like a turtle. He carries his own home, right? So you create your own home within yourself and maintain that harmony between the body and the mind and keep it together. Okay, let me share a little bit of my fitness journey around the world. I used to be a lawyer, and then I became a fitness trainer, and I had my own studio back in Israel where I was training people. And then COVID came and I had to shut down my business and transfer everything online. And some other things happened, and then I just traveled to Hawaii. When I reached Hawaii, I was super depressed. It's the most beautiful place in the world, and I can't find one gym to work out. Like everything is beaches and it's super nice, but I can't keep my daily routine and I'm feeling like I'm losing my fitness. So I had to think of creative ideas to create my own fitness and not depending on anybody else. So went running some days on the beach, went hiking, did some yoga in another beach. Like I did island hopping, so it was fun to do yoga in each island. And then in 2022, I went back to Israel and kind of like did short trips to Europe. And everywhere I went, I always find a way how to combine that fitness in my life and not just do 0 to 100 or 100 to 0. In the summer of 2022, I was here, obviously, and then I traveled around Greece and Portugal, find a way to work out anywhere. So if you're asking like, where is all this energy come from? Then I'll tell you, it comes from two aspects. Anybody can guess? No? Yes? Relationships? Yeah, true. But I'm speaking much more basic. We've got the physical and the mental aspects, okay? Like how we create energy, the physical affects the mental, and the mental affects the physical. Like I said, body and mind, we have to work on both of them together. So let's start with the physical. This is the part where you should take notes or record it and send it to me later. Okay, so physical part, it consists of three things. The movement, okay? First, you gotta do some movement. Any kind of exercise, any kind of thing that makes the body work, lift the heart rate. I'm gonna do an exercise with you now, if you will. Okay, so everybody stand up. It's gonna take 30 seconds, I promise. It's gonna wake you up a little bit. And you stand one leg forward, one leg backwards. You make your hands, your elbow like a robot. You brace your abs, you lean forward, and then you just start moving back and forth really fast. Go, 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 go. You still got 15 seconds, I know. It seems like a long time. Don't stop, don't stop. Keep going. Breathe, 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 breathe. And done. Woo. Very much. That's a little bit of applause for you. I'm sure that woke up some people with hungover. Okay, so basically you see just 30 seconds of that. If you sit around all day and you work on your computer, stand up once an hour, do that for 30 seconds, you see how the blood flows, how the energy goes, and everything just feels much better. So to wake up the body, you need to move. Movement creates energy. If you don't move, basically you stop, you die. So keep moving, okay? Keep moving, do something that moves the body. Now, the second thing that also creates energy is nutrition. This is the fuel that we bring into our body. Imagine your car. You go into a car and you have no fuel. It's not gonna go anywhere. Or imagine you put the wrong fuel in the car. It's gonna go so-so, right? So basically, we need to maintain and watch out a little bit what we put in our body. Because like I said, this is the vehicle that takes us. And again, I'm not extreme. I'm not one of those people who will tell you, don't eat desserts, don't drink alcohol, just watch whatever you eat. But you have to find the balance, okay? You don't have to have 5 beers. You can have 1. You don't have to have a dessert in every meal. You can have 1 dessert once a week, every couple of days. Just think about it the next time you're choosing your food, because this fuel, this body, is what carries you around. If this body is broken, you can't move, you can't travel, you can't live your dream, and this is why we're here for. And the second thing that we want to take care of when we're talking about the physical, basically, is the rest. Okay, we're not talking about 0 to 100, 100 to 0. We need to find the balance. So basically, we need to rest, we need to recover, we need to disconnect mentally sometimes. So I always recommend meditation or breathing sessions or mindfulness, something that will also let the body calm down. And just a newsflash, when you sleep at night, this is the part where the body actually builds itself. It recover the muscles and all the processes of growth and recovery happens at night, especially if you want to burn fat. If you're like in a mode of losing weight and burning fat, then when the sugar, the level of sugar in the blood is low, okay, that's the part, and the heart rate is low, that's the part where you burn the most in your rest. So we got to find the balance between the movement, nutrition, and the rest. Let's talk a little bit about the basic fitness stuff that you need to do. So to simplify that, I call it QQVIP. I don't know, that's what I found. It's funny, and then you can remember it more. So we have to talk about the quality of, the quantity of how much we need to work out. The researchers normally recommend 150 minutes a week. Okay, so you can divide it by days. If you do 30 minutes 5 times a week, then you got it covered. Or if you work out every day, 20 minutes, 15 minutes is quite enough. So just think about it. All you gotta do to succeed in life, to have everything you want the energy to sell your stuff, you want the motivation, you want to move around, all you gotta do is maintain those 15 to 20 or 30 minutes a day of exercise, and you're done, and you're covered. So it's very, very simple, very basic. The quality is also important because we don't want to just do one thing. We want to do it. We want to change our routine because the body gets used to it, and then it's not as effective anymore. So you can't keep doing the same thing. You know, Einstein called it crazy. You can't keep doing the same thing. You have to change it all the time. So every 2 or 3 months, I recommend change your routine. If you're used to doing yoga in the mornings, try something else. If you used to do just running for 30 minutes straight, try interval training. So you lift the heart rate up and down and you change the routine a little bit. Well, let's talk a little bit about variation. So basically, we want to work on 3 different things. Very easy to remember. We got the muscles, we got the heart, and we got the mind. The muscles need strength. So any kind of workout that helps strengthening the muscles, resistant band, TRX, body weight, weights in the gym. This is something you have to do at least 10 to 15 minutes. Then we have to make your heart stronger. So how we make the heart stronger? All about endurance, cardio, intervals, running, swimming, biking, everything that lifts the heart rate to a certain point. 10 to 15 minutes in your routine. And finally, the balance is the stretching, the meditation, the mindfulness, 5 minutes a day. Like imagine, even if you're very, very stressed and you're traveling a lot, find the time to combine that. And I promise you, you will feel so much better after that. Another 2 things that we need to maintain and keep in mind, it's gotta be interesting and it's gotta be inclusive. So you have to work on your whole body. If you just do this in the gym, it's not effective. Okay, you have to make the whole body work. As many as possible, as many exercise that combine as many muscles as possible. And it's gotta be progressive because you don't just wanna stay in one point. You want it to challenge. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. That's Tony Robbins said, not me. But anyway, these are the main things. So just keep those basics, routine every day, like I said, or 5 times a week, both for your body, both for your mind. And then you can just start with those 15 to 30 days. Even if you don't work out at all right now, and probably you're the only one here, but maybe some other people didn't say, start with that. If you are already advanced and you're doing that, then like, for example, my routine consists that, but on top of that, I add every day, for example, another strength work, an hour of interval work. So you can also advance that. If you have the time, do it. But if you keep the basics, then you will create that certainty we talked about. So let's talk about a little bit more practical ideas on the go. I don't know if I'm gonna say anything that you don't know already. So maybe if you don't wanna hear that, you can leave. But I can say that a lot of ideas sometimes are in the back of our mind. We don't really apply it. So let's just see what we can do. First of all, take your fitness gear everywhere you go. Even if you go just for 2 or 3 days, you can also work out without any fitness gear or barefoot, that's fine. But in the state of your mind, if you take it with you, you know you gotta dedicate some time to it. Every time you go somewhere, in advance, look for a gym or maybe a park or somewhere where you can work out. You also have groups. Sometimes you have 3 groups, like I told you. My friend found a soccer team, and he's joining them on a match every day or twice a week. So you can find a group, and it's always better together because then you're committed to that group. We neglect ourselves, but if we have a group, then we're committed to the group. Another thing you can do, like if you want to save a little bit of money, is ask for a free pass. A lot of clubs gives you a daily pass or a weekly pass or a free trial, and then, well, it's kind of like a method to go everywhere. It's like, can I try your free pass? Can I try your free pass? Can I try your free pass? Got the whole week covered. Another thing that you can do, excuse me, is find a partner, because it's always better together. Anyway, just, find a way. join a group, take a coach online. Also, you can carry some accessories with you like TRX or resistant band and just do it in your own room whenever you want. You can combine some activities like canyoning, snappling, biking, surfing, and other stuff. So if you ask me what's the best workout, is the one that you actually will sustain for longer time. And it's always better something than nothing. So even if you're too tired, find that time to do it. And we talk about the mindset. We have to stay positive and self-talk to ourselves positively. So if today I wanted to do something and I didn't do it, I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm crap, I'm just a lazy bum. No, we're gonna say, okay, I tried my best, I didn't do it, let's do it tomorrow, let's get better. Okay, so try to find that within you to keep the mindset strong. Motivation is kind of overrated. The discipline is the key. We are from Israel, we've been to the army. Israel in the house, everybody? Yeah, okay, wow, thank you. So we know all about discipline, but I'm pretty sure that you can discipline yourself to do the plan, just stick to it. The most successful people do it anyway, even if they don't want to, and that's what makes them successful. So if you're too tired, you're too busy, it's too hot, it's too cold, I have a solution for every excuse. Okay, just find the way, do it anyway. And even half a workout is better than nothing. Also, let's talk a little bit about nutrition in the time that we have left. So I call it ABCD. When you come to a new place, you kind of want to try the new things. So it's okay, even if it's not healthy, but try to balance it. And you want to adjust yourself to the local food. Also, you want to combine. So the great plate consists of at least 60 or 50% of protein. Protein is the king. Even if you're a vegetarian, find your protein first. Then you do your carbs, which can also be vegetables, and healthy fat. Try to avoid all those junk food, or at least not too much, and balance. Balance is the key, and add vegetables to everything. If you need, you can use supplements. I use it all the time while traveling. It saves me time, it saves me money, it saves me worry. What am I gonna eat? Oh, I got my shake, I got my protein bar, I'm set for the day. Yeah, so it's all about the balance. Find the balance in everything you do. And trust me, even if you're stressed with your work, even if you're not getting along with your partner while traveling, you get to a place and you hate it and nothing is going good in your life, work out. I promise you will feel so much better afterwards. And once you have that clear in your mind, then you're ready to do anything. You can conquer the world. You can be the person you want to be. And then you can show the world, this is how to be a real digital nomad. This is real freedom when you are free with that, okay? I got that workout clear, I got my nutrition, and now I'm free to do whatever I really want. That's real freedom. So if you want, first of all, you can join me on, follow me on Instagram and follow my journey. Basically, I travel the world sometimes and I show how you can find fitness anywhere. You can get inspired by that. And you can also join my WhatsApp group. This is a special WhatsApp group I opened for digital nomads here in Bansko. And I'm gonna be sharing some ideas for exercise on the go or some tips and motivation. It's a quiet WhatsApp group. Nobody speaks there, just me. So don't worry about good morning, good night. Also, like I said, you can book an online session with me, one-to-one, either for coaching or making a plan, or to give you that frame that we normally lack. Because if we're not committed to anybody or anything, then it's easy to let go. But when we have somebody we have to report back to, then we can do that better. We always work better for somebody else than for ourselves. So every coach needs a coach. Even I have a coach. Before this presentation, I called my 3 coaches and were like, what am I gonna do? And now, here I am today. In the future, I hope I'll get a digital course so I can send it to you to kind of see how it goes. I shoot some videos in Hawaii. That was 2 years ago. I still haven't done anything about that. I need to get a coach to be committed to do it. And that's about it. Guys, thank you so much for listening. was very clear. They got the message. Yes, John.
What's your #1 challenge?
What's my #1 challenge? What's your #1 challenge?
Answering that question. People who ask questions when I ask them a question.
I guess the challenge varies from where I am. There's some places I arrive and I can't find a proper place to work out or facilities. So I have to be more creative, like get an online program or do a training app. Okay, and I don't always like that because I always like to vary my workout. So I need my two workouts of strength a week, my 2 workouts of cardio a week. So that's like one of my biggest challenges. And yeah, I guess sometimes I'm too tired to work out, but when you grow a strong mindset, then you push through or you get a coach. More questions? No? I guess you're all set, right? What are you going to do tomorrow morning? Yes? It's not showing up? Okay, so just come to me afterwards. I'll let you scan it, no problem. Yeah, Eran? Supplement recommendations. It really depends on what you eat, okay? What you're lacking. If you're lacking protein, then sometimes I would recommend just like a meal shake or protein bar on the go. I always carry around a protein bar in my bag. So if I have long trips, I don't, fall into those junk food that they sell on everywhere. I just get my protein bar. But that's like pre-preparation. I always think a little bit ahead, so I will not fall to those places, because when I'm too tired or too hungry, it's easy to fall there. But when I think about it in advance and I have that for emergency, then it kind of saves me. If you want like a specific recommendation, then we can talk about it later. I don't want to do free publicity here. Okay, anything else? All right, guys, I hope to see you in my group. Yep.
So for nutrition, I'm relying a lot on intuition, like kind of common sense, and I know like I need a lot of protein or whatever. But then when it comes to actually eating, I just kind of eat when I'm hungry. But I have no like concept of how many calories per day am I eating, or what's the balance of protein,
Okay.
carbs, whatever. Is there anything you use to track that, or?
Well, sometimes they have apps that you can track the calories. Normally, they recommend for women no more than 1,200, 1,300 calories a day, depending how active you are. And for men, it goes from 1,800 up. But it really depends on, it's very individual. And it's really hard to counting calories all day. So basically, what I do is concentrate on the protein. I make sure I have at least 3 meals a day with protein in it, which is like major, not a lot of rice and just a little bit chicken, but the other way around, more chicken and a little bit of rice and vegetables. And it's very hard to, keep track of that while you're traveling. But if you keep in mind, okay, where's my protein? Where's my protein? I need my protein first and all the rest after, then this will also help you, first of all, be easier to track and be more energetic and also stronger, because the protein helps the body really grow. Yeah. Any more questions? But I'm not a nutritionist. I'm like more of a nutrition coach. So if you need a menu, it's so hard to follow a menu anyway. I wouldn't recommend it. Just keep the mindset of, what yes, what no, and balance everything. Questions? More? Okay, guys. Thank you for coming, and see you in the gym.